Hello guys and welcome back to a video. I'm so glad that you have returned to my channel. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. In today's video it's going to be a follow-on from last week's video, so if you haven't watched that one, make sure you go and watch that video first. It's going to be basically taking you through the transformation of my upstairs area. Obviously last week in my last video I showed you how I transformed the downstairs of my rental property on a budget and gave you some little hacks along the way, but this week's video is going to be showing you the upstairs. So I've got two bedrooms. I've got my own bedroom and I've got Arlo's bedroom, and there is a bathroom upstairs. So I'm going to be showing you little bits of footage from transforming those spaces. So in Arlo's room I've gone all out. I have put all of my creativity into making his room perfect for him, and it works so well. Obviously we've got to start thinking about things like toddler beds, and yeah, I don't know whether to get a single bed. Do I get a single bed? He's still in his cot at the moment, so I don't know when is the right time. He's 19 months at the moment, so let me know below when your child moved up to a bigger bed. We haven't taken the sides off either, so I mean, we've not really had a need to be honest. I've heard from some people to keep the sides up on the cot for as long as possible until they start trying to get out of the cot basically, but because I don't want to create a situation where he can just roam around in his bedroom if he's not actually trying to climb out. So I don't really know what to do because time is going on, and I am starting to think I see some people that have children at his age that are in single beds, and I'm I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. So let me know what you did for your child, or what you're going to do in terms of changing them from their cot. But yeah, there's so many things I want to share with you, and I will say as well, obviously I put everything into doing Arlo's room. Our bedroom and the bathroom took the back seat. The bathroom especially, the bathroom is very basic. All we did is paint basically and do a few other little bits in it, and it's not completely finished yet. I still want to put some bits up, so I'll share with you what I have planned as well, because you need to remember this is a rental property. We're not going to be in this forever, so we've just decorated it to a basic level in the bathroom. With the bedroom, we've done some bits in there, we've done some paneling, done painting and everything like that, so I will be able to share that with you guys, and I've got some things planned as well in terms of decorations and stuff to put in there that will be temporary decorations. So nothing is completely finished yet, just remember that everything's still work in progress apart from Arlo's room. And I guess it's a video that shows a real home. So yeah, and I want to also share with you some tips and tricks that I learned along the way of how to do things. So I'm going to share that with you as well. I filmed some bits all the way back in March that I'll be able to add onto this video, but yeah, like I said before, I am no expert. This is the first time I've done all of this, so it's just me learning on the job and then basically teaching you what I've learned. Hopefully you get some useful ideas, some useful hacks, some useful ideas to decorate your kids' room as well, because I'm going to be sharing with you Arlo's room and everything I did to create his room. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi guys, so we are now moving on to the next room, which is the master bedroom. Let me just remind you of what it looks like. So this is the door here. We've got the wardrobe, which has also got a light and also plug socket down there. Lovely. And then when you turn around, we've got the window onto the garden and the rest of the room. So what I'm going to be doing now is just basically prepping the walls ready to be painted. So what I'm going to be using is some sanding paper. So one that's not too rough. I've just realised my tripod is literally leaning. One that's not too rough and obviously not too soft. So I think I've got a 70 grit here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just rubbing any bits of flaky wall, or if there's been holes that have been filled in, just sanding over them to make sure they're nice and smooth, because any lumps and bumps are going to show through the paint. So let me just show you over here. I've been trying to do this one, but it is quite bad. So can you see this? I've tried to sand it all down and the paint's literally just like flaked off onto the floor. So I've just got to basically smooth it down and make sure that it's all nice and smooth. So when it's painted on, it will all be fine. I'm trying to attempt this as well. So I think I might do this first. So we basically got like a crack going all down the wall here. So what I'm trying to do is sand it and make sure it's nice and smooth. It's not that rough, to be honest. So what I might do is just put some polyfiller on it first and then we can sand it down together. So let me just grab the polyfiller. I've got that out now, and then what I'm doing is I'm just going to squeeze it, put it along the wall, and then literally just smooth it out. Okay, so I'm literally just squeezing it out and putting it along the crack of the wall, and then I'm just going to smooth it out. It dries quite quickly, so I've got to be quite fast with it. So I just get this end here, this flat end, and I just smooth it out like that. So satisfying. And by no means am I an expert in DIY or decorating at all. In fact, this is the first time, like since I've been renovating this house, this is the first time I've learned how to do these things, like filling in holes and etc. So it's all new to me. So don't take my word for gospel, but obviously I'm just trying to tell you how I do it. We've all got to start somewhere. So I do it like that, and then just make sure it's all filled in. And then I just get the side, this side here, and I just scrape it down. And you can see there that in some places it has filled in, in others it might need a little bit more. So I think I'm just going to put it on a little bit thicker. You can just sort of like put it on with your finger as well, whatever works best for you. I'm just going to put it on a little bit thicker. Flatten it out. It's lovely. And then try and scrape it out.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left and I'm losing my job over you. But I don't care about that. But I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, try to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know it can burn me down, but I don't care about it. 'Cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist when I look in your eyes.
Hello, so I've got my paint. I've got Greige 02 by Lick. And I'm just gonna basically give this wall a coat and see how it comes out. So basically I've sanded down and obviously filled in the holes, and it's been sugar soaked previously, so I'm gonna leave it. I think it'll be fine. And yeah, let's see how it turns out. So I am loving this colour. I think it's such a nice neutral but earthy colour. So I ended up painting this whole wall, which I didn't actually need to do because I decided to panel most of the wall. But I was so indecisive at this point. Obviously I'd done so many different rooms and I just couldn't make up my mind. So I thought I'll do it anyway, and then yeah. Luckily I didn't run out of paint, but I nearly did. So another tip that you could do actually when you're painting, which would have saved me a lot of time, and I only found out sort of this tip after I'd finished the painting for the whole house pretty much, is if you frog tape the skirting board off and frog tape the ceiling off, you can paint all the way up to the line and don't have to be like worried about using a paintbrush to go back and do the little crevices. So this would have saved me so much time, and I really would recommend you doing that if you have got a room to paint. As you can see here, I'm like trying to be really precise and paint the gap between the ceiling and the wall. So yeah, this would have helped me a lot. I wish I knew this earlier. So by this point I think the paint fumes had gone to my head, because I don't know, watching back these videos like all of these months later, I have no idea what's got into me here. But I was just really lonely actually, like when I was painting and stuff, because I did have a bit of help, but a lot of the time I was on my own in the house, like pretty much all day for like 12 hours. So I had to entertain myself somehow, didn't I?
Just let me love you. 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 Someday you will meet the one who will put you on a throne, will put you on a throne. And I will go out on my own to see the world again. But until then.
And once I started decorating the room, I had it in my head that I had to get it done, and I would obsess and just carry on working and carry on like decorating until I had it done. I pretty much wouldn't stop for breaks really. I wouldn't really stop for toilet breaks or food breaks most of the time, because looking back now I understand it's due to my ADHD and the fact I get these obsessive thoughts and just have to get things done. So yeah, like for example this room, I decorated it all in a day, and didn't stop I don't think until the evening when I went back at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, it's just these things as well, like I feel like I've learned a lot more about myself since I've obviously done this video, and now I've learned to like recognise when my ADHD is like coming into play more, and just try to take a step back and think like what is healthy for me, because this wasn't healthy what I was doing. I was just continually decorating and not looking after myself at all. So I measured up the area that I wanted panelled, I went to Wix and I got it cut to the size. I did have to saw a little bit because one of their machines was broken, so I had to do some manual sawing work, but usually the machine should be up and working if you just want to get it cut to size. Then here you can see I'm just priming it with some wood primer, and I was also filling in the joints and just sanding that down to make that all smooth. My camera was like drastically out of storage at this point, so I was filming on my phone, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then after I waited for the primer to dry, I then went over with some paint.
Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors.
And then with Arlo's room, it was, I'd say, the worst room out of the house to decorate, like the hardest room. We had to steam the paper off the walls, and this took like probably the longest part of the whole house, was trying to get this red paper off the walls. It was a nightmare. And I did have some help from other people like Karen. I remember Karen doing it, and also Karen's friend helped me a bit as well, and it was just this like mammoth task basically. So I used this steamer to try and steam it off, and then I had this little tool to try and flake the paper off, and the white bits were absolutely fine, like they were really satisfying to peel off, but the red bits just were like glued and stuck to the wall.
I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
So quick headline of what I did, but I do have a full transformation video on my YouTube channel where I give you tips and tell you all the details of what we did. But basically I was just prepping the wall here. I was filling the walls in, I was caulking the walls, I was sugar soaping them, getting them ready to paint. And then after painting, I wanted to create a colour block effect. So I used some frog tape, some paint, and I created a colour block which I'm just obsessed with. I still absolutely love it. All of these little details just make the room look so much bigger as well. And then afterwards I decided that I wanted to do some scalloping. Before, in our rental house, I hand painted scallops. I would not recommend doing that because I mean, some people are really steady-handed. I'm not one of those people, so I use this really cool hack, which is a scallop stencil, and all you do is stick it on, paint over it, peel it off, and you're done. So I would really recommend getting this if you're thinking of it. It's from Eliza Doodle Designs. If you want to see more details of how I created this safari room, then do head over to my other video. So I'm going to show you now the upstairs. So bear in mind as well, like, this is like, it's not fully designed, it's just basically like bog standard. It's clean, and that's like the priority. The only room that's decorated is Arlo's room. The bathroom and the bedroom are like just like basic, because it is a rental and we don't know how long we're going to stay here, but I'm happy with it for now. So this is the bathroom. So what's changed in here is the floor has been changed. And what else I did in here was I used some like Grout Reviver pen, because this was a bit yellowy, and that was like a few pounds, and I just literally went down like this and made it all white, and it looks so much better now. And it was literally like a few pounds to do this, so it's like a little hack as well. And then what else has changed in here is I had this painted. My father-in-law painted this, and it's like a proper bathroom kitchen paint that's like water resistant. So I've just gone white all the way around just to make it nice and fresh and clean. And what I plan to do in here as well, I've got a mirror here. I want to put a mirror up here, and we're just working out how to put that on the wall for the minute, because it's like a bit of an odd mirror, but that would be really nice and just open up the space a bit more. Originally, when I was designing, like initially like coming up with thoughts and stuff, I thought maybe I could have like a wooden shelf here, like have some hanging plants off it, maybe put like some toiletries and stuff in a little box. But I'm not putting like any pressure, because we don't know how long we're going to be here for. So I'm just like doing things when I want to do it and not like rushing into anything. But yeah, it's perfect for us. And this is a lot bigger than the bathroom we had in the old house. I'm sorry I'm out of breath. I've just like run up the stairs really fast. So we've got a bath here, and then here we've got a shower. So it's a bit of like an odd layout, but luckily the shower head reaches just to the bath. So sometimes when I'm in the bath, I have to like, I'll like shout Mikey and get him to turn on the shower head, and then I can wash my hair. But that's the only like annoying thing about having a shower and a bath separate without like an area to wash your hair. So that's that. And then obviously got the toilet and the sink, got some toiletries and stuff in there. I also bought this from B&M. It's like just a crappy one really. I think it's like £40. It's not the best, but this was just literally like pipes before. So it's really not organised in here, but there's some boxes and stuff with like some extra toiletries. And we also had the radiator like changed as well to like a nice new one. The landlord arranged that. And then here, this is like the cute little Montessori corner for Arlo. So these are some suction things that I bought and showcased in my Montessori IKEA video that is going to be coming soon to YouTube, so stay tuned for that if that's something you're interested in. But they're like a few pounds, and they're just so good because you can put them at like the height that your child is, and then you can move them up when they grow. And then we've just got his toothbrush and stuff in there, his little hair detangler spray and brush, and then I've got his towel on here, which just fits really nicely. And then I've also bought this, which is just like a bath mat, but what I wanted is to section off his area, like, and just make it for him. So I went for colours that I know he likes, like bright blues and stuff and greens, just using this as like a little cozy area, so when he's on the potty he can just like rest his feet on here. And then here, this is just like a little box with wipes and nappies and stuff like that. So he isn't using the potty yet, but what we want to do is like have it out. And then what we do before he gets in the bath, like I'll say to him, do you want to sit on the potty? And usually he shakes his head no, but sometimes he will just go and sit on it. He's like starting to associate it like with like going to the toilet. We just like give him some nappy free time and yeah, just let him basically go at his own rate with the potty. And then we've got his bath mats and bath toys and stuff there. Then moving out here, that's downstairs, we've got this little hallway, and then we've got 2 rooms, so that's the layout of the upstairs. Let's go in the bedroom first. So this is the master bedroom. So we've got our bed here, we've got the paneling which I did before we moved in, changed the lights, and then just a few decor accessories plonked there. I do have some like family pictures that I want to put here. I think there's like 4, like a set of 4 square big frames. So I want to have them up here because I think that will look nice. I can just put them on with the command strips. But they're at my mother-in-law, father-in-law's house at the moment. So I just need to bring them over and put them up. But yeah, it just looks so much better, doesn't it? And it's a nice like greyish colour as well. And then the panelling is white 01 by Lick, so it just makes it like have a pop of like colour but also freshness, which is like basically what I wanted for the room. And then over here we've just got like a make do desk area. So this is where I do my YouTube editing on my Mac. And also like if both of us are working from home, one of us will sit up here usually and one of us will sit downstairs at the table, and it just gives us that extra like space because sometimes we're both on like work calls at the same time, so we can't be in the same room. So that is that area here. And then we've got our drawers here. We've also got over here like a little basket because we do bedtime stories in our bed basically. So we've got his little tablet here as well if he wakes up really early on a weekend. But yeah, these are like some of the books. We just rotate them and then he picks them out and we read them at bedtime, which works for us. And then going into Arlo's room, we've got baby gates. We don't really need it at the moment, but when he goes to have like a single bed or like a we take the side off his cot, we will need it. So we've got that here. And then moving into his room, there are a few changes I do want to make, and I think what I will do is like when I take the side off his cot or get a single bed, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. It will mean that I have to move these and like just have a rejig of things basically. So I think I'm going to wait till then to like revamp his room because I feel like it just needs a bit of a freshen up because it's just been like this for ages. Let me shut the door so you can see fully the space. So in this area we've got his cot. This is just from IKEA. We've got this little mat here, just I didn't know where else to put it, so I put it here. And then we've got this little beanbag from Wiggy Whammer that they gave to me on a collaboration, and it's really comfy for me to just sit on and like try and rock him to sleep or try and read him a story there. It's just nice like for me to sit on. And then we've got his shelves with some other books. This is his favourite ever book, and you can tell because all the pages are like ripped out of it, but he absolutely loves it. He loves this book so much. I don't know what it is about it, but Nighttime Bunny, he loves it. So we've got that here, got some like decor accessories, and then moving around the room we've got my Ivar unit which I've upcycled. We've got a little doll's house, some more decor accessories, some prints, also got a teepee here. So in the Ivar unit, It doesn't fully shut, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this. But what I decided to do was like move all of his clothes into his room because they were in our chest of drawers. And this is using the like, what are they called? The set of 6, I can't remember, they're Scub. So the TP is from Kids Concept, and this is just like a little cozy area for him. I don't know whether it's going to stay there, but that's just how it is for the moment. We've got this book stand which is broken. It was for a collaboration, but yeah, it's really irritating. I need to find I might put like a wall bookshelf because he's just got so many more books now, so maybe that's why it's broken. But yeah, that is also got a little scooter, got his little Mercedes car here, and then moving over here we've got a print, which is his favourite little cuddly toy, and then we've got like a hot air balloon, bunting, some other decor pieces, prints, and then here we've got the toy storage. So let me just go back here so you can see literally the size of the room is really small, but let me try and get in the cot to show you. So we've got his 2 trophars here and then a trophar shelf, and that's just like a little toy storage zone with all of his toys in here. And then we've also got some toys downstairs in his play area. But yeah, that's basically his room. We've just got to like work out what we're going to do in terms of when we introduce like a bigger bed to him, and work out how the space is going to work really. Yeah, a lot of people also, like when I showed his room last time, a lot of people were like, oh my god, Arlo's room is so small, I thought it was so much bigger. And it's like, because when I take pictures, I'm really smart with like the camera angles and stuff, just to make it look bigger. So that's why it is really quite tiny compared to when you have a look at my pictures. But yeah, I'm pleased with the room, and it's like it works for him at the moment. And I think what we'll probably end up doing is maybe moving the TP downstairs, moving that along, having a bigger bed here. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I don't even know whether we're going to be here when that time comes, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, that's all of the downstairs area. So it's a little tiny 2-bed, but it works for us for the minute, and it gives us what we need, and we're very, very grateful for that. And then you can see out of the window here we've got the garden, and then like car parking around the back. So yeah, that's the upstairs tour, and hopefully soon I can just like do a few extra bits and like put some prints up and stuff. But for now it suits us really well. I'm so pleased with the outcome. Obviously, we have made the best of this situation of being in a rental home, and I feel like, especially for Arlo's room, I just feel so proud and pleased of what we've been able to achieve for him. And in the space, like a lot of people say to me as well when they see my YouTube videos of his room, they're like, oh my god, I thought his room was so much bigger. And it's all tips and tricks with the camera and me basically getting on the floor and like trying to get in the best position to make the room look bigger than it is. But it is a really, really small room, and obviously it has to be multifunctional as well, because we've only got a small play space here which has got his desk. It had to be basically another playroom. Like I had to have a wall of all of his toys, like his play storage with his Trophast unit there, and it takes up a lot of room. So we've been able to come up with something that works for us, and for that I'm really, really pleased. So I hope you guys liked the video. I've enjoyed making these so much, and I've enjoyed learning everything along the way as well. I hope you guys got some inspiration as well. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and let me know if there's any other video ideas or anything you want me to go into more depth with. I think I might do some like more organisation videos, because I need to do like a kitchen cupboard declutter. Definitely, and get some like smart storage solutions in there. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see on my channel going forward into 2023. And thank you guys for supporting me. Make sure that you press the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Nothing there.